Hey everybody. So, I have been putting off the Enchanted Forest story a little bit longer than I should have been. The All About Books Enchanted Forest series. Okay, let's get to it. The Enchanted Forest series started off as the Into the Enchanted Forest, and it has had several covers over the years, of course. It started off as, fun fact, started off as The Cursed Garden. Book 2 was actually started before Book 1 was even considered Book 1, and I still have the notebook from where I worked on it. The Into the Enchanted Forest was written while I was doing an interim biology position. I'm an English major. What do I know about biology? But the teacher did all the lessons. So, yeah. All I had to do was give what she gave me. But during the planning period and during the period that was basically testing for the science portion of the ACT, I wrote, because during the test, that prep for the testing, all I had to do is hand them an assignment and let them do it. And they were juniors and seniors, so they were behaving. So they were behaving better than freshmen and sophomores usually do. But so Into the Enchanted Forest is a first in a series of fairy tale mashups that take place in the Enchanted Forest. It is very much a standalone. I absolutely love this cover. I'm going to be sad when I have to replace this cover. I really don't want to replace this cover. Okay, anyway. It is a fairy tale mashup. What happens when the heir to the Wonderland throne falls through a portal and finds herself in the Enchanted Forest, a land where fairy tales are fairy tales, and they get mashed up and they get together and to form a brand new tale. Because, of course, it can't just be one single fairy tale. Of course not. No. What's the fun in that? What is the fun in just a straightforward retelling of a fairy tale? No. Let's give y'all some twists. Let's give you some twists. So, on with the twists. So, Enchanted Forest combines Alice in Wonderland and just overall fairy tales, particularly Little Red Riding Hood. Rapunzel and a few others are mixed in, and then it has its own fairy tale at the very end. Part 2 is its own fairy tale, and it's pretty cool, and it combines like Peter Pan and a few others. The Cursed Garden is a mashup. Come on, tablet. The Cursed Garden is a mashup. Come on, let's give us the whole... There we go. The Cursed Garden is a mashup of course, Beauty and the Beast and Cinderella. Because of course it is. Along with some allusions to other fairy tales. The Bewitched Tower. We've got Rapunzel. We've got Sleeping Beauty. We have got dragons. We have got evil enchantresses. We have got so many fairy tales that's just squeezed into one little thing. Now, the thing with the Cursed Garden and the Bewitched Tower, their stories coincide because they take place in the same kingdom in the Enchanted Forest, which I believe is pronounced Oubli, which is French for forgotten, because I'm so absolutely creative like that. So, Sister 1 and Sister 2, who are the daughters of Book 1, actually, it is Sister 2 and Sister 3 of the daughters. Daughter 1, okay. Daughter, okay. Let's start. Oh. Okay, so, Generation 1, Gabby, Gabrielle, Queen of Wonderland. Daughter, let's see. This is Daughter 3, Gabby's daughter. That is the wrong way. This is daughter 2. Because daughter 3 went missing when she was supposed to return home from her fostering over in the other realm, daughter 2 went looking for her and stumbled upon her own little quest. And wrong way again. And she ran into this one's brother. So, siblings meet siblings. This one is the conclusion to what could be considered a trilogy, because all of their endings are combined together. But I will get this by the end of the video. Book 2's ending is concluded when Book 3 quests are completed. And then we have Book 4, and you don't really completely find out the fate of what happens to daughter 2 until daughter 1 goes on her quests. And what fairy tales is this? All of them. She goes around the Enchanted Forest and hits up almost every single kingdom except the Kingdom of Snee, which is the Sleeping Beauty Snow White Kingdom. And even then, she hits a little bit of that before you've got, let's see, you have dragons, of course, because every single book has a dragon somewhere in it. You have Wonderland, you have Cinderella, you have the Baba Yaga. You have mermaids, you have learning how to swim, you have learning how to do nuts, you have learning how to throw knives, you have wandering around the woods until you can figure out how to do something. You have did I mention mermaids? You have getting kidnapped by somebody. You have, of course, falling in love. They'll have falling in love. It's a fairy tale. Of course you're going to have that. And then, I'm going in the wrong way. And then you have Book 5, which is the sister's youngest brother. It is a standalone. Frog Princess. What does that mean? Well, besides the dragon. Okay, y'all know that meme, that thing about the dragon did not kidnap the princess. The dragon is the one protecting the princess. You have frogs. Obviously, you have frogs. Because it's the Frog Princess. So which Frog Princess do you have? You have the Princess and the Pea with the pea under the mattress. You have the Frog Princess. You have the other Frog Princess. You've got the princess turning into a frog. Yeah, a good portion of the book she's turned into a frog. You have the dragon, of course, because they have to have a dragon. This way. There we go. And then we enter into the Charmante Chronicles. Jack and the Beanstalk. Cinderella meets Jack and the Beanstalk. Only Jack is not Jack. Jack's really Jacqueline. She is forced to pretend to be Jack so that the giants that have stolen her kingdom and have murdered her father don't know that she is still alive, because they're looking for a princess, not a boy. And the Forgotten Kingdom. This one does lie heavy on Cinderella, again, and the 12 Dancing Princesses. Again, another kingdom whose name means forgotten in another language, because of course. I was so very creative. So, which books have dragons? They all have dragons. Every single story has dragons. The upcoming ones have dragons. I just don't have their covers up. I will probably be getting new covers by the time these get released. But these are so pretty. But my cover designer says it's about time. So, it is what it is. So, yeah. 12 Dancing Princesses. Okay, so the Magic Beanstalk and the Forgotten Kingdom deal with the Crown Prince of Charmante and the his younger sister. And this one deals with the prince of one of the princes of Roshan, which is the Sleeping Beauty Kingdom. Again, some foreign word for rose. These two are tied together by the very end because you cannot really have a crown prince wanting to marry a crown princess. It does not work. Somebody's got to give up their throne. So who gives up their throne? And what does the sister have anything to do with it? So, wrong way again. Apparently I did not get this by the end of the video. So, recap. Standalone. Partially a standalone. But it very much works with book 3 and book 4. Am I going in the right direction? Yes. Book 5 is a standalone. Book 6 and book 7's endings work together, but they can slightly be considered a standalone. It's not fully necessary. Book 7, no. That was book 7. Book 8 and 9 go together. There's a lot of overlapping scenes in book 8 and 9. They deal with Cinderella's kingdom. 9 and 10, I don't know yet. I haven't plotted it out. They deal with the Mermaid Kingdom, like in Little Mermaid Kingdom. 9, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11's Mermaid Kingdom. 12 is the conclusion, and that is Snow White's Kingdom. There will be a final short story volume after that includes all the bonus epilogues that you can read, that you can get, that the ones that are written so far at least, that you can get by signing up for my newsletter. They will be in a companion book along with several other stories that I thought needed to be included. Like the Goldilocks story and the Rapunzel story and the Mina story and the stories that are currently in the Swan Princess, which is Roshan number 1, or Enchanted Forest 8. Y'all get where I'm going with this. Some of the characters' happy endings that are mentioned in this that do not get their full story. They will have a short story in this. It will be the wrap up to the Enchanted Forest series. But we're looking at Swan Princess and the Goose Girl, Roshan's 2 stories, or 8 and 9 should release sometime this year. The 10 or 11 should probably be written either this year or next year, with a release following a few months after that. So we are looking about 2 to 3 years out for the rest of the series to continue. But there's 7 books so far, and they are coming as quickly as I possibly can, with 2 coming each year. Although I'm hoping to get it finished sooner rather than later, because I have big plans for my next series. And I would like to get a few of these series wrapped up before I start on my next series of the retellings, because replace one retelling series with another retelling series. That's how it works. So I'm gonna go breathe now, because I got that done a whole lot quicker than I expected to. I'm gonna go breathe, and the Enchanted Forest stories are found at any major ebook retailers. You can also get them at your local library app. Just go ask your library for Libby and Overdrive. Just ask your library if they can buy a copy of the book for you to read. So, happy reading.